The City of Joburg plans to make the city a more attractive destination for investment. This is a feedback session to investors, reporting on how the city has performed financially over the last year. The city has the highest rate of employment and business activity in the country. 74% of the headquarters of the stock exchange listed companies are based in Johannesburg. The city of Johannesburg remains strong on the radar as an attractive investment destination, having improved its financials dramatically since 2010. It offers an attractive base for African and multinational companies. At this event, the coalition administration of the city, taking over following the recent local elections, is pointing the way forward to the investor community, giving it direction, saying to them that with their new strategy in place, the city hopes to enhance itself as a very attractive investment destination.
Johannesburg offers investors a lot more in the form of the cosmopolitan environment. We've got the highly educated people around the environment, but also it's the finance capital of the continent, never mind the country. So finance is critical in business development, and it will give people a footprint in other parts of the continent using Johannesburg as a stepping stone. I think because of the performance of the city, there's a lot of comfort, and if you look at our recent rating upgrades, there's a lot of comfort from the investor side to say, if I put my money in this city, I will get it back. But in fact, if I put my money here, I know that the Johannesburg economy growth impacts positively on the provincial growth and therefore on the national growth.
Rating agency Moodys raised Joburg's global scale ratings in 2016 from Baa3 to Baa2, while the city's national scale ratings was raised by 4 notches up from A2 to AA1. Moodys said it noted the city's prudence and consistency in managing its finances.
We have commented last year, I think after the municipal elections, whereby we have published a sector comment, whereby in our view we didn't expect any drastic changes as a result of the new administration. Simply because, we look at MFMA as the governing legislation that governs the operations of municipalities. So in our view, there isn't much that we expect as changes. However, we have also noted that there will be some adjustment in the budget, of which the city manager have alluded to. Obviously, this is a new administration. We have to give them a chance and see what they have to offer.
There are several projects in the pipeline for the city's further development where investment is required.
Our projects range from human settlement. That's a big issue. As I said, we've got more than 181 informal settlements in the city, so those people have to be settled in the right areas. And when I say right areas, I'm talking about location where economic opportunities exist. So the reintegration of the city is very important. We're talking about electricity to give access to first residential customers, but also to give to businesses manufacturing, which will then create job opportunities. I'm talking about providing water to both residential and also to businesses, large businesses that can also create employment. I'm talking about providing transport. If you look at the project that we are doing from the city to via Louis Botha to Sentin, which is the BRT, is to increase mobility. We've also spoken about the investments that we are making in making sure that our roads are safer, our cities are safer, the city is cleaner, and the traffic signals are working to ensure that mobility is not an issue, because mobility is critical in economic growth. So those are some of the projects that we're putting money to.
Now here's a snapshot of how the new administration plans to appeal to investors going forward.
It talks to investors because it assures them that infrastructure will be looked at, the municipality will be responsive, the municipality is serious about collecting its revenues, the municipality is credible, and that whatever they invest, they can be assured that they would indeed reap necessary benefits and returns. Our Moodys rating is good, and then investors are reacting very positively to that. Our goal around assuring them of our plans is just one aspect to show them that what we stand for and that we are accessible, and then to be available to answer their queries. But they can see that If Joburg works, then South Africa will work, and that the mayor is passionately behind ensuring that Joburg works. Everyone wants to invest in an area where the city is working. You have seen particularly on the issue of 1,500 metropolis. That speaks volumes to the investors that this city is willing to protect investment in the city and bring law and order in the city where people will feel safe.
Nashina Mohammed for Joburg Today.